Isuzu, long known for durable, no-nonsense work trucks, has introduced its latest chapter with the D-Max EV, a fully electric variant that promises zero emissions without sacrificing toughness. Targeted at Europe and set to debut in early 2026, the battery-powered D-Max isn't a flashy concept. It's a real, heavy-duty pickup built for businesses and buyers who count on capability first and everything else second. At first glance, this isn't a radical departure from the diesel D-Max. It retains the rugged ladder frame chassis, boxy lines, and familiar proportions that drivers expect. The EV designation is subtle: blue accents, EV badging in place of taillights, and a hidden charging port behind a normal-looking fuel cap door. Isuzu clearly aimed to keep the pickup looking and feeling just like the workhorse it's been for years. But beneath the surface, the D-Max EV delivers something different: an electric powertrain designed for hard work. Under the hood, or rather, beneath the bed, the dual electric motor setup delivers 188 horsepower and 325 Nm of torque. That torque output is 26 lb-ft shy of the diesel version, but EVs deliver power differently. It's instant, smooth, and consistent. The D-Max EV is no dragster. It takes around 10 seconds to reach 60 miles per hour, topping out at a modest 80 miles per hour. But that's not what this truck is about. Instead, it offers full-time four-wheel drive and rough terrain mode, meaning it's just as capable in mud, snow, or gravel as any diesel D-Max. Rugged credentials aren't just for show. Isuzu says it retains serious payload and towing specs: over 2,200 pounds of payload and up to 7,700 pounds of towing, matching the diesels it replaces. Weighting depth of nearly 2 feet and more than 8 inches of ground clearance mean this electric truck isn't afraid of water crossings or rough terrain. It aims to meet the standards of contractors, farmers, and fleet operators who demand more than just a pretty electric badge. Powering all this is a 66.9 kilowatt-hour battery offering a WLTP-rated range of 163 miles. Numbers on paper may seem modest, but they're relevant. In real-world work settings, deliveries, job site commuting, short-haul towing, this is often enough. The battery also supports fast charging at up to 50 kilowatts, filling from 20% to 80% in just an hour, and comes with an 8-year per 100,000-mile warranty. A serious commitment for commercial buyers. But the magic comes at a cost, a high one. In the UK, the D-Max EV starts at £59,995, about $80,800, almost double the price of the base diesel model at £27,755, is almost equal to $37 per hundred. Even compared to equivalent trims, like the EDL40 or V-Cross, the electric version carries a premium of around £24,000, $32,700. That is a sharp jump. Even an Arctic Trucks modified at 35 costs less. The question becomes whether the electric version offers enough value in running costs, environmental impact, or brand positioning to justify the difference. To dig deeper, imagine a fleet operation replacing diesel pickups with electric ones. Fuel savings, lower maintenance, and potential access to low-emission zones could tilt the balance over years of service. But the upfront investment is high. If the EV didn't cost nearly double, the transition would feel more natural. As it stands, buyers need strong incentives, tax or subsidy schemes, company fleet mandates, or sustainability goals to make sense of the cost differential. Isuzu has cleverly avoided gimmicks. There's no frunk, no radical styling, no wild range headline. Instead, the D-Max EV is pragmatic, built on the same chassis as its diesel cousin, with the same interior, cab configurations, extended cab or double cab, and similar aesthetics. Paint options: splash white, mercury silver, obsidian gray, onyx black, Biarritz blue, and exclusive whites offer familiarity. And the blue Norwegian launch model? That's a nice, bold touch, but the plates it wears are production spec. This reality-based design is part of a global trend. Electric trucks, especially mid-size pickups, can't rely on vanity metrics. Buyers need performance, cargo space, and reliability over flash. Rivian, Ford Lightning, and others have set high bars in full-size electric trucks. For the D-Max EV, the target is commercial fleets, electric delivery vehicles, contractor rigs that need real work capability without emissions. Europe, with its low emission zones and strict carbon standards, is fertile ground. The UK's upcoming February 2026 deliveries reflect that reality. However, one major question remains. Will US customers ever see the D-Max EV? Isuzu USA has long focused on diesel reliability, especially in applications like agriculture, energy, and heavy towing. But with shifting emissions rules and growing electrification, a US version might make sense if the price is right. Domestic production, import costs, and federal state incentives could shift the economics. If Isuzu brings the D-Max EV stateside, it might price it lower, or lean on consumers compelled to embrace electric for tax breaks, emissions rules, or leasing flexibility. Whether or not the US sees the D-Max EV, the model serves as a roadmap for similar trucks to follow. Other mid-size manufacturers, Toyota, Ford, Nissan, GM, are all moving toward hybrid or electric powertrains in response to competition and regulation. The D-Max EV is among the first electric pickups aiming to match commercial payload, towing, and rugged capabilities. No compromises. It's an important experiment. Critics might see this high MSRP and say it proves electric pickups are too expensive. But Isuzu's electric approach flips the perspective. It isn't a flashy early adopter vehicle, it's a working tool. From that vantage, the question isn't, why is it so expensive? But, can it pay for itself? If the answer is yes for your business, or even a fleet of family SUVs, the D-Max EV may become a logical choice. For private owners, the equation changes. Do you need full-time 4WD and heavy payload? Not always. But some buyers want that capability and want to drive zero emission. The D-Max EV offers that mix, assuming the wallet can stretch. Public perception could matter too. A red D-Max EV on a job site says something about green commitments, forward-thinking leadership, or brand loyalty. Those messages aren't automatic. They're part of a shift toward electrified commercial fleets with brand image built in. Across Europe, Isuzu has a window to prove this strategy. Norway, with its high EV adoption and strong incentives, may lead. Other markets could follow, depending on charging infrastructure and sustainability policies. Success there sets a precedent. Yes, electric mid-size pickups can work in commercial roles. That lesson will likely travel. Point one of the D-Max EV's strengths is its continuity. It is, after all, a D-Max. Buyers don't have to relearn the truck. Same ride height, seating, cargo bed, towing setup. Add electric drive. The truck still behaves like a D-Max, just quieter. Its electric-only specs don't encourage radical behavior. They preserve the workhorse ethic. That's a subtle strength. Looking beyond the initial launch, evolution matters. Future updates, more battery options, faster charging rates, heavier payload variants, could further entrench the D-Max EV in commercial markets. If the price comes down, it could expand into private buyer territory. But even with today's price tag, it stands as a bold move. A Japanese maker entering the electric truck arena with humility rather than hubris. For US truck fans impatiently watching Tesla's Cybertruck and Ford's Lightning war, Isuzu's D-Max EV offers perspective. Not every truck needs blockbuster looks or ultra-high-speed charging. Some just need to tow, haul, commute, and keep the lights on, quietly, cleanly, capably. The D-Max EV isn't flashy. It's measured. And for that very reason, in the right hands, it could reshape the electric truck narrative for years to come.